Hi, welcome to Pandora's Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Taurus for the month of January 2016. Happy New Year, everyone. Please remember to check your rising sign and your moon sign because that will allow you to understand a bit better the energies that you will be dealing with, especially if you have any signs or a lot of planets in the sign of Aries. Watch that video because it's very similar to this reading. But let's get started with this one. You have in challenge position Taurus the Tower. The Tower is a card that represents sudden changes. Okay, like the lightning that hits the tower, it's something that comes from the outside and it hits us. It surprises. The thing about the tower is that it's all structures that fall apart that no longer serve us. That the only thing they do is restrict us, and it's almost like for those of you with a more mystic view of the world and the universe, it's kind of like, or God, it's kind of like the universe, source, God, creator, whatever you want to call it, says, okay, well, you didn't make the changes on yourself. I'm gonna come in and kind of force it upon you, okay? But it looks very dark, but the good thing is that it's a needed change. It's something that we need when the Tower card appears. It's not just destruction for the sake of destruction, because we need to build something else. We need to move on. That's another thing. And sometimes we're very reluctant to do so. Now, in the challenge position, this means that this change is something that you have been dealing with, I would say from last year, from December. It's not something that happens in the middle of January, for the most of you, at least. This is a general reading, but keep in mind this, it's something that needed to go, as simple as that might sound. And sometimes, of course, these things can be painful. It could be some kind of truth that comes out to the open, and really shocks you and changes a relationship. It changes the way you relate to your family or to your friends, or a romantic partner. It could be a romantic partnership that has ended, a breakup. It could be that you went through a breakup at the end of last year, the end of 2015, and you perhaps thought you were not going to be interested in someone else as fast, but the thing is that, or that someone else would be interested in you fast, but the thing is that you have in the center of the reading the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a new love offer coming your way. In a general sense, it means a new offer. It could mean several things, but the Page of Cups represents Cupid, and it also represents children. It's sometimes some readers say it's the soul of the child that it's about to incarnate, for those of you who are looking to get pregnant, for example. And if it is, for example, a relationship that has ended, well, in the month of January you'll have someone who might declare your love to you, or a new relationship that starts, and it's going to be completely different. I don't say it's going to be everlasting. This is a kind of relationship that allows you to understand that love can be fun. Maybe you didn't break up, but something really important happened in your relationship, and then after that you make the necessary changes in your relationship to make it more fun and more light, to step a little bit away from routine, especially if you have been together a long time. For those of you, perhaps, this could manifest also in a sense of losing a job. Well, you will have a new offer coming your way. For those of you who were looking to get pregnant or to adopt, well, perhaps you found out that perhaps last year you found out something that made you believe that you were not going to be able to be a parent, and in the month of January you're able to find out that you're pregnant, or that the adoption papers went through, that sort of thing. Even that you took the decision to become a parent, You know, sometimes that shatters your world. You know, makes you look at life in a different way because now you have to care for someone else. So, you know, there is movement from this situation. You have in the position of the things you cannot change, the Two of Swords. This is a card that represents having to make a decision. It's also a card that represents, you know, being at a crossroads, you know, like the swords here. Because the swords represent the element of air, it's all the mental things. And the water that we see behind is all the feelings, and the moon is our intuition. So, you know, it's a type of decision where your head is in one place, your feelings are in a different place, you're kind of, you know, stuck. But you will, what the tarot is saying is that you will have to make a decision. And the decision, I believe, is having to opt for this new path that will unfold in front of you, because you have, and the help that you're going to receive, the Fool. And the Fool is a card that represents, like I said, you know, a new path unfolding in front of you. It's the card number 0, so it's the card that starts the tarot. The Fool is a character that starts on his new path with an open heart. You know, he's very pure, he has a very pure soul, and he's very confident that, you know, he will just start walking and the universe will give him whatever he needs to fulfill his wishes and his dreams. So it's a very sort of warm energy, and this comes in the help that you're going to receive. So, for example, for those of you who receive a new job offer and you go like, well, I don't know what to do because this is completely different from anything I've ever done before, and I'm not sure, and you know, all those things that we tell ourselves, where I'm not good enough, or I thought this wasn't gonna happen for me, or you know, I would say take it, because it you know, after the Tower, when the Fool, you know, the Tarot is saying it's time for a new path. It's time for something new, okay? You have been staying where you are, Taurus, for way too long. That's basically the message. You need to change things up. In the final card, you have the Five of Cups. Now, this is a card that might not be such a nice card. It's someone who is crying over the fallen cups here. The thing is this is a card that teaches us that we shouldn't close ourselves off in our own feelings and our own pain. This is someone who, if he could turn and see there are still 2 cups standing up, there are things worth fighting for still. So there is a sense of perhaps depression, perhaps loneliness associated with this card, and it's a very emotionally charged type of reading. What I suggest is that I think this change and this process of having to choose might make you feel like you're alone, okay? Or that it's just you try to change and you see that's very difficult and you go like, oh, you know what, it's just, this is useless. It's not useless. It's not. You still have things worth fighting for. There are many other options available, and you're not, just don't close off, okay? Talk to someone. Don't just stay in your own pain. The universe is pushing you towards a new direction. So, you know, it's kind of like a birth. It's not easy, but it's worth it. So, I really hope this is helpful, Taurus. I want to thank everyone who watches, likes, and comments my videos. Thank you for spending your time with me. And again, Happy New Year. I will see you next month. Take care.